Trying to Hey, I think we're finally connected. There we go. All right.
Are you on the right one?
Huh?
Are you on the right one?
Yeah, I'm on Pastor's Pantry. Okay, welcome to another episode of In the Kitchen with the Pastor's Pantry. At least that's where we hope we are. I did make sure that I was there. Good morning, everybody. We're doing breakfast. We usually see us do dinners, and last night we got to just brainstorming some things, and one thing led to another. We had some leftover condensed milk. Condensed milk reminded us of Vietnamese coffee, which is almost like a coffee sludge. And they put condensed milk in, they drink it, and so we started talking about both of our experiences in Vietnam and having breakfast over there. And so one thing led to another. We happened to have some hoagie rolls. I'll talk more about that and what we wish it was versus what it is. And we decided we were going to do a Vietnamese breakfast this morning and show you all what that's all about and kind of tell some stories about Vietnam when we were there. We got one person watching so far. That's probably Joyce. I think she turned the phone on. So, anyway, good to have you. So we're starting off this morning with our Vietnamese coffee. Now, the Vietnamese coffee is Weasel Coffee. Okay.
Well, it's not all Weasel Coffee, but that's what we're having.
That's
this morning.
I know, but that's what we're having. So you want to show
It's
them?
probably backwards.
Yeah, Weasel Coffee. I don't know that I need to explain too much about Weasel Coffee. You should be able to figure that out. The weasels eat the coffee beans, and then they make coffee later after it's been processed by the weasel. And so that's what's going on with it. Obviously, it's cleaned and washed. They have whole weasel coffee factories over there and everything else. But it's got a very unique, bold flavor. We don't know where that bold flavor comes. We're just guessing. What?
I just made a little mess.
She made it.
Ignore the woman behind the camera.
Yes, that didn't happen. We're not going to do a commercial. Anyway, so Joyce is pouring us some little cups of Weasel coffee that we will then sweeten with some sweetened condensed milk. That's how they drink it over there. So you have these little, little pitchers.
If you ask for cream over there, cream for your coffee, you get condensed milk.
Condensed
I'm going
milk.
to bring this over
Yep.
here, and we're going to try
Gonna-
and...
Put that down there so you can kind of see what we're doing here. So we're going to start off with coffee before we start our breakfast.
So, yeah, they bring you coffee like this, and then they bring you in a little container, like a creamer container, condensed milk. So there's your sweetened condensed milk. So that's what you get when you go over there, is you get condensed milk.
Are we allowed to advertise Kroger on there since this Kroger on?
Shh.
They don't pay us, by the way, okay? So just let you know, just a little disclaimer, Kroger does not pay us to use their
That's
products.
just what I had. I was going to put it in another container,
But
but
hey,
it's like,
if they wanted to pay me, I'd take it.
yeah, well, I doubt Kroger will.
I
but
doubt too. So.
Some of our little meals we get. So you kind of make it a brown color.
Yeah.
This is cold. It's been in the refrigerator, so it's taking a little bit longer. But
The coffee's heating it up and melting it down.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a good helping teaspoon. More like 2 teaspoons probably.
okay, why don't you try that?
Yes,
one
ma'am.
while I'm,
Are you going to stir that one?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so back on us. Trish McGuire, Adam Holder watching. Good to have you with us. My camera looks like it's a little bit crooked.
It is. Well, it'll be all right.
Yeah, well,
We'll
anyway.
fix it. You're all right.
Yeah. All right, so I want to try my coffee.
Oh yeah.
here.
So look at the different colors already. It's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So that's our first sip of Vietnamese coffee in a while. So really good stuff. Nutty, has that nutty flavor. Sweet with the condensed milk. Good cup of coffee, actually.
And they drink coffee over there everywhere, iced, in all
Big
the little
coffee
cafes.
drinkers, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're getting off to a slow, leisurely start for our morning. Hi, Melody King. And to kind of do, what'd y'all do for breakfast this morning?
Yum.
I bet it wasn't Vietnamese. That coffee is so good.
And that
Delish.
it's not real sweet, but
No.
it mellows
Yep, it does.
the harshness of the coffee out.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, as I said, what we're going to do this morning is a Vietnamese breakfast. We're going to be doing basically a scrambled egg banh mi. Okay, now typically when you get a banh mi in Vietnam, they're going to give you this wonderful French baguette. Again, there's the French occupied Vietnam for quite some time, and so Lori Davis, 2 eggs, sauteed vegetables. All right, way to go, Lori. But Vietnam was occupied by the French for a really long time. This was long before the Vietnam War and all that kind of stuff. But the influence of the French cooking really stuck. And so a lot of stuff you find over there actually has if you go back, has a French influence to it. And French baguette breads is one of those things. You can get it everywhere. It's prolific in Vietnam. The last time I was there, we stayed in Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon, and we had on the 5th floor of the hotel was a restaurant, and a lot of French cooking was going on there. And I would go in every morning, and I would order some kind of breakfast, an omelette, or eggs over easy or something. And they had a Vietnamese guy there who would cook all your eggs to order. So one of the cool things that he did when he made an omelet, and I've tried to duplicate it, I don't do it quite as good because they do it with chopsticks. So they do an omelet in a pan, and they roll it up on the edge of the pan and keep cooking over high heat and kind of moving it around with the chopsticks. It's really cool to watch. And you end up with this football-shaped omelet is what you end up with. And then they will put that on the plate, or you can, again, get a French baguette. They usually have French baguette already on your plate, and you can take that and you slice it yourself, and you can put your scrambled eggs in there and make yourself a great egg sandwich. That's kind of where we're going with this today. What was yours? A little bit. Joyce's breakfast experience is a little bit different than mine.
Yeah, we ended up staying in Delot, and that's when I finally figured out I could order something other than pho for breakfast.
Yeah, they do pho breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, 24/7. So what we would get is we stayed at a hotel, and they had it catered in from a restaurant down the hill. So once I finally figured it out, we got a big plate with 2 big baguettes, some lettuce, tomato, and some scrambled eggs. And same thing, you would just kind of either rip it open or cut your bun open and make an egg sandwich. So I ate a lot of egg sandwiches over there because you can only eat so much pho. Gotta eat the weeds.
So gotta eat the weeds. Eat so many weeds.
So anyway, the plate that I have set up kind of looked like the way that I would get it over there, except we would have 2 big loaves of bread.
And these are hoagie rolls, not French baguettes. We could not get French baguettes in
And I would usually eat the whole thing for breakfast because I was not sure what I was going to eat the rest of the day. And the ladies over there, if they didn't eat both of them, they definitely took them back to the room, and they did not waste a thing over there. They hoarded food, so they kept everything, anything. If you didn't eat it, they wanted it. Nothing went to waste over there.
Can you eat that?
So anyway, we would get a plate like this with the eggs, and so that's how we kind of set it up today.
Yeah. So, and again, my experience is a little different. They would cook it and make it to order, and you.
Yeah, we didn't get to stay in a fancy.
Yeah, I stayed in a 5-star hotel over there. So, but anyway,
ours was nice, but it wasn't quite like that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get the skillet hot. We're gonna do a couple of omelets here.
I'm gonna move this. You've got the window back in here.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, we're kind of messing with you.
Gonna whisk up a couple of eggs. Are these our eggs from
Yes.
Payne Farm? Ooh.
We have fresh eggs.
Plug the Payne Farm for me.
Yeah, Payne Farm brought us 18 eggs yesterday from their farm. They have all kinds of fresh.
Nice and fresh. We
Yep.
love that. Farm fresh eggs.
We love our
better.
local farmers.
Okay. Could you just dice up the ham for me?
Sure.
So while I'm whisking up this couple eggs, we'll do both these separate. I'll do Joyce's.
Now
first.
we didn't get ham and cheese on ours. We were lucky.
did.
We were lucky just to get the bread and the eggs.
Yeah, we were able to do it to order. So that, they had whole onions and peppers and like really hot Thai chili peppers, which are great. They had all kinds of stuff there, and you would just point to them. Of course, I'm speaking English, don't speak Vietnamese. The only thing I learned to say was "Sing Chao." I wasn't sure what that meant. That either meant hello or I like your shoes. I wasn't sure. But they would just cook everything to order. So a little different experience that Joyce had versus what I had.
What was funny when I was there is we ate out, every meal, and we would go to these restaurants, and
Pat of butter.
us Americans would
Real
try and order basically just from a picture on the thing, and the Vietnamese could not understand why we couldn't order. The ladies were just really confused. So the very last day that when we got back to the big city, we took one of the gals to, do you remember what restaurant we took them to?
Hard Rock.
Hard Rock. We took them to Hard Rock Cafes.
Hard Rock Cafe Saigon, wasn't it?
Yeah, Saigon. So we took them to Hard Rock Cafe, two of the little gals that toured us around the city and stuff. And so they had a hard time ordering off the Hard Rock menu. And so Tao said, I understand now why you had such a hard time ordering off of our menus, because I had a really hard time ordering off of this menu because I didn't know what the food was. So
Didn't they get a hamburger?
Yeah.
Something like that? Yeah.
Luckily, the waitress that was there kind of helped them through all that stuff. We didn't have that luxury, but I did a lot of banh mi's, a lot of just basic, what I thought was safe food. Some nights you didn't have an option. You just showed up, you sat at little tiny tables, and it was family style. They brought big pots of food or big trays of food, lots of weeds.
Salt and pepper, a little ham, by the way. Tell you
You
what
had
you're
to
doing.
check your weeds, make sure there were no snails on them.
Do you want any red pepper flakes in yours?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna add. They had a lot of great like Thai chilies and hot chilies over there, which is fantastic. I don't have any of that upstairs here. We got all kinds of crazy hot peppers, but not that right now up here. So I'm gonna just add a little pepper flake to that. And I'm just gonna kind of solidify this egg a little bit. And I'm gonna fold it over. I'm gonna try to do my best to get it into a football shape like they would do. And they would kind of roll it over here a little bit in the pan. And again, they were able to do this with chopsticks, which just amazed me that they could do that. And they would just keep it down here in the bottom of the pan over the heat. And they would just keep rolling it with the chopsticks. It was just fantastic to watch. That's the best I can do, slip it in the pan, you know. I can't do the chopstick thing. So this egg is done. So Joyce, can you help me with the camera here just a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the hoagie bun. Again, it typically would be
It'd be on the side.
On the side or in a French baguette, okay? So there we have that. We're gonna top this with a couple slices of Swiss cheese, okay? And then Joyce can finish that with her tomatoes and her lettuce. I'm gonna put some hot sauce on mine here in just a second when I do mine, because I'm a hot sauce kind of guy, as some of you know probably by now. Again, another pat of butter, real butter. Get that melting down.
Our camera's kind of jerky this morning.
Well, it could be us camera people. We're just
yeah.
we haven't had breakfast yet, man. Got to get the breakfast thing going.
And this tomato is it started out as a green tomato. Well, naturally, most tomatoes do. We had fried green tomatoes the other night, and it's just now starting to turn red. And most of our produce comes from Horner Farmstead out of Southwestern.
So plug in the Horner Farmstead too.
They will be at the Wheelersburg flea market tonight. They have a farmer's market there. There'll be a lot of great vendors there. And then tomorrow morning in South Webster. So visit
Go see them, tell them we sent you, buy some good stuff. They got good stuff.
Visit our local farmers and buy fresh from them.
That's right. Support local, okay? Nothing better than that. All right, so again, just whisking my eggs. I'm kind of cooking my ham just a little bit. It's popping on me.
He's making a mess. So here's what my sandwich ended up looking like. I can't wait to eat it.
In goes my eggs.
We're going to do more coffee too.
Yes, we are. That was delicious. They don't know what a coffee mug is over there either. Everything's like these little tiny like espresso
Yeah, that's why
cups.
I served it in these.
Yeah. All right, so again, a little freshly cracked black pepper. Some salt, kosher. I want some red pepper flakes in here. Yum, yum, yum. Good stuff.
And I'm always cleaning.
Always cleaning. It never gets backed up. I couldn't have married a better sous chef.
I just can't stand a messy kitchen. I like to eat with it clean. That's how I enjoy my meal.
Yeah, it kills me because I just soon eat first and clean later because when it's right off the stove, I want to eat it. I don't want to wait. And Joyce can't eat unless we have clean dishes sitting around. So again, just sort of rolling over my omelet here a little bit.
Is yours not coming out as good?
Oh, it's coming out perfect.
Okay.
It's all good. Just have to roll it one more time. There we go. And mine's done.
Okay.
You get that? All right. Put mine down here on my, whoops, that's the top part. I want it on the bottom. Come out of there.
And we still don't have a stove. We've got a range hood. We're getting closer.
We do.
Every day we get closer and closer to having a real kitchen.
All right. So for mine, pop it down here, let you see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna get this cheese on it so it'll melt. Love melted cheese on my egg sandwiches. And I don't have some of the Vietnamese peppers, but I do have my Holy Ghost Revival hot sauce. So this is my ghost pepper, Powder Fam ghost pepper wing sauce. But I'm gonna use that as my hot sauce. I love hot sauce on my breakfast. So we're gonna put a little bit of that.
Freshening up our coffee.
Mm-hmm. Come on, sauce, come out of there. I don't want too much to come out because it is hot stuff. There we go. Just a few dabs of that on here. That'll liven it up a little bit. Perfect. Again, my tomatoes. Curly leaf lettuce goes on top there. And then my bun. There's my sandwich all done. I'm gonna cut it in half so I can eat it a little bit easier. Awesome sauce, okay. So again, appreciate you all watching today. This will be on our Facebook page. Later we'll put it out on our YouTube channel. We have our own YouTube channel now, the Pastor's Pantry Cooking School. Go out and check it out, subscribe to it. We love having you guys watch. And especially watch us do something very different today, a Vietnamese breakfast sandwich with Weasel Coffee. It's just good stuff.
You all have a blessed Friday.
Fantastic. See y'all. Blessed cooking.